hide, and nature's fury will crush you.
As you wish, Master Halsin.
She knows now what cavorting in the shadows brings her. She will not stray again. Besides, this is no time to lose a promising druid. You will soon see why. But enough of that for now. I owe you my thanks. The grove stands. Nature prevails. And again, I am in your debt. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts. And yet save it you did. I am grateful, no matter what your motivations. Tomorrow morning, we shall discuss what is to come. Grove. How dare you even look me in the eye?
I did what I had to. A pity you don't see that.
I thought I had been a good teacher to you. Clearly not. We have to let it go.
Peace. Enjoy it while it...
Бляха.
We wasted so much time fighting it. Sylvanas taught us a lesson by letting an outsider save us.
You think you saved us? You just prolonged the inevitable. Sooner or later, other outsiders will bring trouble to the Grove.
I know you stopped the goblins, but I can't stop looking over my shoulder. It makes it hard to sleep at night.
Things are starting to calm down, thanks to you. We can finally get some rest.
Блін, мені це все не подобається. Це якась срака. Я не хотів так. Сука.
I hear the goblin leaders met their ends. Unfortunate for them, but very fortunate for the Grove.
We're free of the goblins, but the Grove is changed. The days ahead won't be easy.
I wasn't sure about you at first. Thought you might be trouble. I was very wrong.
Я все ще не задоволена.
You done it. No. Thanks is not enough. May Sylvanas bless you for all your days. I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task. As am I. The Grove will be whole again. And I promised you a reward, didn't I? Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune. You'll need it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours.
Peace.
You did this Grove a great favor.
Я не задоволений.
Blessed day. You kept your word. Thank you. Huh. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do when you told me about that tadpole. If you're looking for coin, you're out of luck. But here, to mend...
Що ти мені там дала? Де?
Better not be cursed. Well,
Блін, я хотів подивитися діалоги, котрі будуть у неї, та я щось думав, що...
more for me. The glaive the druid's notebook mentioned. Its owner thought it was cursed. What's in here?
Не дуже багато всього. Блін, я не спиздив. Да, ну що я, блін, то починаю? А ну цікаво, скільки це годин було назад. Зараз. Сім годин тому. Ну да, я вже не піду. Хоча дуже хочеться. Сука. Так. Клірікіня. Вибачте. О, кстати. Що треба зробити?
To new horizons.
Де там моє вебіще?
May the darkness protect you. If you're sure. Fine.
One day I'll catch a break.
Yes, darling. Lead.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Making me sweat.
Keep a blade close.
What to do?
Careful, I'm behind.
No more. No
Over
more
here.
fighting.
Maybe if I just close my eyes.
Let's pray. Time for discretion.
Druids will not stand by while you abscond with their idol. Your next, you are forgiven.
Please return. Before it's too late.
Yes, let's.
It seems the idol of Sylvanas has been stolen. Choose your next move carefully. You certainly are convincing.
Looking ahead. Best be on my way.
Що ж він такий?
I'm glad you didn't die. No discounts once I'm running the wider Baldurs Gate, mind.
Stay near the center of the group, all right?
You do good work. If you can handle more than goblins, might be I'll have use of you in Baldurs Gate. Thanks. See you in Baldurs Gate, I hope. Now scram, before I get emotional. Keep sharp until we're standing on cobbles in Baldurs Gate. Sharp as a... If any of your stuff goes missing, just let me know. You're family now. Mattis says we should say thank you.
We did it.
I need a quick word.
Come on.
Don't know why everyone's cheering. We're just going back on the...
Arm yourselves. Better to have a weapon and not need it.
I'd have put good coin on you running off into the sunset.
You took care of the goblins. Nice work.
Ну, ще не зовсім.
With the goblins dead, we might actually make it to Baldur's Gate.
You killed the goblins.
You've solved one problem for us.
Let's see.
Here lies Canon. He gave his life defending others. He will be missed.
We did it. We actually did it!
We did.
Just out of
For Canon.
He'd be proud of you. I know he would. I'm sorry if I wasn't there.
time to press ahead.
Watching gods. While I was training children, you were out cutting.
Something's on my mind.
We're ready to head to your camp. Are you?
I'm going to have to write a song about you now, aren't I? But truly, thank you. It's nice to be done with the sad songs. For a time. Eldrell didn't want us, and those druids sure...
Let us go! I wish to feel the road be...
The younglings are a nuisance.
We didn't die today.
One sorrow ended, the
Baldur's Gate, we're coming.
Glad to see some goblin blood spilled for a change. I'm sick of running from those rats.
I nearly dispatched those goblins myself, but it seems you managed well enough. And why wield a masterwork where a butcher's blade will do? My thanks, truly.
It was you, right? Who took care of the goblins?
We couldn't have held them back on our own. Thank you.
Do you need help, Icaron?
Не-не-не, я хотел сюда. Там же бабы еще. Ну, что он вообще есть?
Here we go.
someone there. Let's crack it open.
Давно не було.
No time to rest. Anything of use? At the ready.
The evil thing gone! Now, where was I?
Заберемо. І все. Ну, тоді, мабуть, мені потрібно табір. Так, стоп. Що у мене тут взагалі є? Так. Давай-ка, блядь, в табір наш підемо. Бляха. Ні, давай-ка вийдемо. Я забув. Де там той торговець? Я не все продав.
I want to have a word.
It'll take a while for us all to recover. But you, of course.
May you keep that.
І в мене геніальний план. Йдемо в табір. Міняємо на клірика.
I did miss that face, you know. Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I guess it sounds awful.
Господи, як він дратує мене.
Shah's blessings upon you. All right?
Все, тепер що ми робимо?
Seems simple
Ми
enough.
спимо.
You're handsome.
Have a drink.
I am.
Loosen up, Icaron.
No, no, an owlbear.
Toddlers are easier to please than you lot.
Я не хотів тусовку. О, да щось таке.
Would you look at this place? It's nice to be somewhere where good is still possible. And with such lovely with you, and just lately, I feel like I can remember what it's like to be good. I tried in the beginning. Blew up in my face spectacularly. Lesson learned. Never try to befriend a devil, cambion, or imp. Orphans are good for a drink and joke, but you can't turn your back on them. But hey, enough about that. That's history now. I want to
Це
think about
єдине,
the
як я
future.
хочу.
The one nice thing about being trapped in the inexorable grind of time is you've always got something to look forward to. Me too. I don't think I've ever looked forward to anything as much. You better go enjoy the party before I do something I'll regret. I like you unburnt, after all. Bye, soldier.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for? Exactly right. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd. That's more easily said by some than others. But nobody's here to debate right from wrong.
Shadowheart trails off and glances around at the party. She turns back to you, mildly surprised you're still there.
I thought you might have wanted to mingle with the others. That's so. I won't pretend I'm not surprised. We haven't always seen eye to eye, after all. Besides, I'm sure there's plenty of people who'll be keen to celebrate most thoroughly with you. maybe you would. But I'm not cruel enough to get your hopes up, in spite of what some might believe. Oh, you do you? I'm not some dewy-eyed tiefling maiden you just saved. You'll need to do a lot more legwork before I commit to any hip work. What, some advice on how to make me more bearable? All right, if you like. I'm not half as mysterious as you might think. Respect my privacy, my beliefs. Keep us focused on finding a cure. If you do that, well, I see no reason why we shouldn't get closer. Now, enough about me. Haven't you seen the way Gale's been stealing looks at you? Go on, see if he wants something. Or someone. We should have had wine more often. More warm.
That's more like it. How many goblins did we kill? 10?
Here's my little treat with their cheeks all flushed. You will come to my bed tonight, won't you? Oh, I certainly can. All these accolades from the tieflings are nothing compared to the sound of my name cried from your lips. Every part of your perfect body whispers temptation. It's as if the gods made you just to ruin me. I can go all night with the flattery. How about if I said these little words, I love you? Well, it can now, as much as I relish standing around and saying all my favorite lines at you, I'd much rather we got to experience each other's full portfolio of talents. Well, I look forward to the day. Meanwhile, my hunger feed.
Hope you're enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
What are you going to do in the city?
I have seen the Kithraki tear a screaming Nyogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades. Yet they could not match your nerve today. It was...
I smell their blood on you still. I'd have liked to have tasted it. Too bad for us both, your bunk will be quite busy. Take all the pleasures you can before dawn brings their end.
Celebrate now.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these... The singing we could probably do without.
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you. But I need an angle. Any ideas? But of course, you achieved something far that deserves to be remembered.
Aha, there you are. Come now, settle in. I do hope you have partaken of something bracing. This may well take us all night. Why, you're naming. That ballad was but a crude preview, a frame without its crowning something iconic. but not too much of a mouthful. We don't want to exclude the common folk, after all. I intend this tale to enrapture all. A wonderful one indeed. But your deeds loom larger than life now, my friend. You simply must have a title to match. Far too much? This is the very problem. If you could set aside your not to belittle your achievements to date, of course, but besting a dragon, a giant, I must deliberate. Go. Enjoy your evening. What?
Come on, Alfie, make it spicy.
Right.
Beautiful night, don't you think? Nothing like it's a view I would once have shared with my companion. Though definitely she preferred it when we were alone. Curled up before a crackling hearth with some ancient, esoteric tome between us. Ink glinting in the firelight.
By a Gerorn's lost nose! No! Tara is not any cat. She's a Tressum.
And given your confusion, I'm guessing you've never met one. They're brilliant creatures. Fine company for any self-respecting wizard. After I was afflicted with my condition. And locked myself in my tower for an entire year. I've given up on myself. But Tara never did. It was her encouragement. After so long being cared for by someone else, it feels good to have repaid the favor. Not directly to Tara, but to these poor tieflings. I'm sure she would approve. You remind me of her somewhat. There's a steeliness in you, an unwavering. Wish she were here for me to make a formal introduction. But I would never ask her to Besides, she was always telling me I needed to spread my wings, so to speak. Find mortal friends instead of hanging onto Mistra's coattails. So that's what I'm doing. I hope. Very funny. But as we all know, nymphs are sticklers when it comes to their bathing routines. Not that I don't appreciate your... Well, it seems as good a time as any for me to stop babbling. Were I to recite that list, I fear we'd be here at dusk tomorrow. Many things. With my condition as volatile as it is, I fear any undue excitement. Go. Indulge in the frivolities. They're good for the heart. And mine will be all the lighter to see. Don't worry about me.
Let them have fun. I'll be ruining it for the morning anyway.
Sherry! Or possibly turnip.
I need to dance!
No, I need to lie down.
Patience? Have you no respect for showmanship?
Having performance issues, Roland?
Hush you, and behold! Adoring applause? You're too kind.
Remember when he could barely cast that?
They grow up so fast.
Never have I met such troglodytes. Now, pass the wine.
Let's make it 20.
Try not to get too close,
That's
Cal.
my girl.
Yes. Remember what happened last time?
I was 8, and you magicked up a kitten. How was I supposed to know it was made of fire?
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like we've the right to be happy. Perhaps it'll make the...
Think of it.
No more caves. We'll be in a city.
Fate spin. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a
Ah, hells. I was hoping you wouldn't notice I was gone. No. I'm deeply proud of you. In truth, I don't feel in a festive mood. I'm a devil. I love the people from, as I seem to unsettle everyone nowadays. You don't want a devil at your party. Claws will pop the balloons, you see. And the sweet cakes don't taste half as good as raw eggs with this blasted forked tongue. Ouch. You don't need to mock me when I'm feeling, but off with you. This is your day. Have a dance. Enjoy the music. Some time alone beneath the stars and I'll be back to my old
З моїм
self.
другом. От не хочу
Promise.
тебе. Я і вампіра не хотів.
Still.
To beds and
What are you going to do in the city?
There's always work for a guard. You? Go on. The others will kill me if I keep you all to myself.
If any of your stuff goes missing, just let me...
I should be out there talking in just a moment. Go on, do your rounds. But if they hand you something purple, don't.
А, цим пацаном треба побазарити. Я не помитив. Тю.
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow. I'm sure there are. You strike me as extremely resourceful. But there are many grateful people here who want to spend time with you. I must not keep you all to myself, as enjoyable as that may be. Go on, enjoy yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here. Enjoy yourself tonight.
Go on, do your rounds. But if they hand you something...
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk. You've picked up a few pleasant memories on your journey amongst your struggles. With a profane flush of arousal, you realize she may well be doing the same.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger. To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls. So it seems, though I don't know how. You'll have to choose your approach carefully. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the shadow curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars? I must see for myself.
Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse. Already? If only I'd gone with you instead of Aradin. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned. Unfinished business, and a lifetime of regret to repair. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. I spent years researching the curse, trying to put an end to it. Nothing has worked. Yet, if I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse. Same as you may find a cure for your infection. Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceremorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close. I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her. Wrath has promise, but he has a ways to go yet. He wasn't able to stop Korga by himself. The Grove needs experience and a strong hand. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence. Resentment will spring up like mushrooms no matter what I do. You cannot please everyone, and you'd be a fool to try. Now, we've quite the journey ahead. Let's get started.
Бляха. Я хочу вже проходити ще.
Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep, just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all. I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over. You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you. You only have a matter of days to live. Don't dally, my friend. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself...
Ой, ладно, я подивлюсь, що цей дурачок зробить.
Quite the cozy setup you have here. It's not...
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle.
Don't fidget. The needle must slip behind your eye, not through it.
The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push.
But I nearly have it. As you wish, my friend. When the transformation occurs, I can only hope you are far away from me.
Хуйова ідея, але ще разочок.
Quite the cozy setup you have here. It's not too deep.
Volo carefully holds one of your... The needle finds the gap between eyeball and... Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it!
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick.
Ёб твою мать.
Volo slowly brings the ice pick.
Now. Don't.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then... tap, tap, stab.
Йобаний
Do you
рот.
feel that?
Ugh.
I think we have the blighter on the run.
Ох, який жах. Як?
I agree. It's a feisty critter. Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
Drat.
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
There appears to be an amount of
Нащо?
cosmetic damage. Please, try not to overexert yourself. You're in a rather fragile state at present. I can't help but feel partly responsible. Perhaps there is something more I can do. Take this. A far superior relic to that old jelly you were trained to. Try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
Це, блядь, жах. Сука, треба трошки Я не знаю, чи потрібно мені це око, чи ні, бляха. Ладно, хуй з ним. Хай буде, бачите, невидимість. Я не дуже радий цьому, але ну що робити. У нас це йде не так, як я хотів. Так. І тепер я все ж таки хочу покинути лагерь. Але я хочу покинути лагерь